Hey, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to our channel. As much as President Ruto has got very unpopular with especially the Gen Z, you cannot underestimate the fact that President Ruto is one of the most intelligent politicians, especially in winning strategies. It's being said that President William Samoei Ruto has been almost in all government, and due to his long-term experience, he even won an election against a sitting president and Raila Odinga, who is very popular and very famous in the election of 2022. And with President Ruto knowing very well that he is not very popular with especially the Gen Z, who form almost 60% of the Kenyan population, these are the strategies that he is laying down to ensure that he pulls a fight for the his re-election into the second term in 2027 election. Before I give you that strategies, if you're watching this channel for the first time, take a second or two, hit the subscribe button so that we can grow together. So without further ado, let's get into it. Number one strategy. Yesterday, there was reshuffle of cabinet positions. President Ruto managed to put a by-election in the Mount Kenya East region because of the simple fact that he knows that he's been very unpopular in the Mount Kenya region, and he's trying to regain back the Mount Kenya part of it into his camp ahead of 2027. So he took the Mberen MP, placed him for the cabinet position, creating a vacancy for that constituency ahead of 2027, so that very soon when IBC will be in place, there will be a UDA candidate placed in that constituency against probably a Rigathi Gachagua and the likes of Justin Muturi, a fired candidate in that constituency. So President William Samoei Ruto will use that MP Ruku was appointed to the CS, the likes of Kindiki, and will try to pull a fight against the candidate that will be placed by Rigathi Gachagua in that constituency. So how is that politically strategic to him? Number one, either he wins or loses, he will have sent a message to the larger Mount Kenya region that he still has numbers in that region. Because I know that he will not terribly lose, he will at least pull some little numbers, or he can even emerge victorious in that constituency, considering the facts of the candidate he will choose and the strategies that they will lay down. That's the first strategy is losing. He also did the same thing to the Baringo, where he knew very well that in Baringo senatorial seat, Gideon Moi was going to win that seat. So he equally placed that CS, the expected widow to the former senator who was going to run against Gideon Moi. He picked her and placed her in the gender docket, and that gave him an opportunity to pick a favorite candidate against Gideon Moi. So he's also going to pull a fight in the Baringo County senatorial race. So these are the two tests that he's going to use to send a message that, okay, politically he's strong. Either he loses or wins, he will have made a political statement in these two regions. So that's the first thing. Number two is that President Ruto, there have been some videos, there are some images that have been circulating where we saw that Ndindi Nyoro and Babu Wino allegedly have been reached by the allies of President Ruto into incorporation into cabinet, but they rejected those invitations. Why should President Ruto want Babu Wino and Ndindi Nyoro back to his government? Because these are young youths who are followed by a lot of Kenyans in the Republic. You cannot underestimate the impact of Babu Wino. You cannot underestimate the impact of Ndindi Nyoro. You cannot underestimate the impact of the likes of Peter Salasa, very young politicians. You can see what happened once Peter Salasa was beaten in the Nyayo Stadium. How the Western Gen Zs came out and the Western people came out to defend him. It shows you that these youths have a political impact in their regions. And without them on your side, if they gang up against you, it will be very difficult to run against them. And that's why it's politically strong for President Ruto to ensure that by 2027, he will have got them, some of these youths to his side. But a disclaimer is that for any youth who thinks of a political future, if you want to be president, you want to be in any serious position in the future, it will be very, it might seem a wrong decision to join government, especially right now, because a lot of Gen Zs and millennials believe that you have betrayed them. Imagine Babu Wino right now joining President Ruto. Will he ever run for presidency in the Republic and win? What will be the youth be saying against him? As much as he can be given all that good deal to join government. So those are the chances that these young politicians are weighing. But in any case, they gang against you. They also pull numbers against your presidency. So those are the stakes that President William Samoei Ruto is also playing. The number 3 strategy that the President Ruto is using is the broad-based government. Remember very well that President Ruto now totally depends on RAILA Odinga. And he'll do anything within his means to incorporate RAILA Odinga allies. He has done that, and he's going to incorporate even more to ensure that he secures the RAILA Odinga stronghold side of the 2027 general election. That's the Nyanza, Western, and his supporters from the coastal region. I don't know if these supporters will be automatically transferred to President Ruto, especially from Western, because even yesterday, Western, the other day, we saw them realigning to take a different direction. The Kisii region is already fronting Fred Okengo Matiang'i. Maybe the coastal region. So this is where President Ruto totally depends, and that's why it's incorporating serious figures into government, at least to ensure that politically this will give him some numbers in the 2027 general election. So, because in some regions, it's people who determine the votes you get. You cannot get the Luo vote without RAILA Odinga. In 2027, if President Ruto makes a move, gives Luos the running mate position, they'll vote for him, and RAILA supports it. They'll unanimously vote for him. If RAILA campaigns for him, some of the RAILA supporters might tend to support his presidency. So those are the stakes that are in play. So that's the strategy that President William Samoei Ruto is also using. The last strategy that President Ruto is using is trying to ensure that the failing systems are working. He picked Aden Duale to the Ministry of Health. Because health has been a problem, he knew that Aden Duale will fight the brokers who are in this, the cartels who are in this ministry. He'll ensure that the SHA works. President Ruto is also putting strategy to ensure that the university funding model is going to work. He will be doing such moves in all the failing sectors. At least before 2027, these areas will have at least made a little bit of an improvement. You can tell me what you think in the comment section about these strategies. I'll take more time to read and give a response. Otherwise, that's all I have for you today. Stay safe whenever you are, and be well.